Hey everyone, welcome welcome to Kitchen Table Talk. And we are not at a kitchen today, as you've noticed. We
Not
are
a kitchen.
at
Lifetime, no. We're Invictus Fitness Solutions right now.
Yes.
Got the dumbbells here. We have the Aerodyne bikes, there are rowers. We have a whole selection of different equipment to help you exercise what your passions are in life so that you can live it and be healthy at the same time.
And this is my friend Kamal, and he is one of the co-owners and co-creators of Invictus Fitness Solutions. And this place is this is actually not your final location. Your final location is being built, which I drove to.
Yes.
And I'm like, hey, what's up?
So we're in a transition right now. This is phase 2 of a location. We came from a smaller, almost like a cubicle space, and now we're in a much larger space.
Yeah.
And we're just transitioning to eventually get to our grand opening space. So yeah.
But I love it. I'm gonna lift up the tripod so they could look around a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you see that?
Come look.
So good. I love it. Of course, there's good vibes all up in here. And you know why? Come on, because you're good vibes. I remember we met at Lifetime, and you know, I had clients that were either people that I taught yoga to, or that were my personal clients in my private practice, and they're like, oh my god, I love that Kamal guy. He's just you have such good vibes, and it's very, I want you to know that's something that people really notice about you, and it's this really infectious thing. And I think really powerful people, they don't need to say a lot, they just have this presence about them, and you're definitely one of those people. Well,
I appreciate that. It just makes it easy to work with people that, I mean, just like you, and I've taken your class before several times.
He's a damn good yogi.
Mostly two things. When I go to yoga, it's either one, the music has to be on point, especially relaxational, and then the instruction itself. So with training with me, I always try to blend in recoveries to make it easier for clients and members to be able to enjoy the process of not having to feel like stretching is difficult, right?
Yeah.
And be able to also tune out and relax. So I mean, part of the reason why so many people talked about how great I was because they were experiencing your class. So I think it just works both ways. It really works both ways.
And speaking of that, okay, so on the way here, I was listening to just some kind of motivational thing, and they were talking about standards, the standards that you have is kind of a reflection of your life, and it's also about the rituals that you create, and the daily rituals kind of define who you are.
Yeah.
And you are in the business of kind of changing that for people. So what are techniques that you use to help people change their rituals for the better?
So first, it comes from me personally. It comes from a place of being able to restore confidence with myself, because it was a journey for me too. So there are rituals that I do early in the morning. So very simply, I get up about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I do some reading to kind of help set myself in the right zone. I read books that kind of inspire me to focus on the process, the journey of what I want to help become. So that's key for me, because what we do besides teaching people how to exercise, it's really focused on the mindset.
Yes,
and
that's what I love about
if anything, one of the things I really want to help emphasize is that in order to succeed at anything, you have to fail. You have to get comfortable with failing.
Yes.
When you lift weights, right, you don't make changes until your muscles fail. So with each rep and set, it's just a simple symbolism of how you go through the process of life. So everything it's all connected. It's all connected. And
I love that quote, like failure is just steering you towards, or kind of moving you towards the direction of your goal anyway. And the most successful people always talk about failing. It's never about being perfect. And I think people, for us, it's, for instance, walking around the gym doing whatever we at Lifetime, it's oh, well, I'm never going to look like, I'm just never, I think we got feedback that, and it's just no, it's a lot of failure that went into, where we are now.
Exactly, and it's the story that we tell ourselves. We have a dream to be something. Either you're telling yourself I can't do it, or you're saying I can.
Exactly.
Right? You're either going to close the door on yourself by simply saying and acting like you believe that it's not possible, or you're going to open a door for yourself by saying and doing those things that make it happen. So a lot of it's mindset. A whole lot of it's mindset.
And what you're referring to is limiting beliefs.
Absolutely.
So what is the limiting belief that you had about yourself that you decided, because everything's a choice, that you decided to get rid of?
I thought that I would not be anything more than a trainer. I felt myself being very uncomfortable, because my personal journey into becoming a fitness professional started as I was a psychiatric technician.
Oh, wow.
So part of my job was trying to help people, or children, adolescents, and adults be able to cope with their different behaviors. So sometimes it got pretty serious where we had to restrain them, and sometimes we had to talk them out of their mode of thinking.
Right.
So for me, switching from that particular field into training made me uncomfortable because this is a whole nother field that I wasn't confident in. So from that point of view, where I am now as a business owner, it's still scary, but I'm getting more comfortable in my own skin.
Cheers
so
to that. And cheers to never getting too comfortable. You should be comfortable always in like an uncomfortable space. You're growing edges where you should be. Because if you're not going forward, you're moving backwards.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is going forward, or you're just stagnating, which is moving backwards.
It's like taking a cold shower. You ever taken a cold shower before?
Yes, I love cold therapy.
I do too. But it's so uncomfortable the first time you do it. It doesn't get it's not that it's more comfortable. Yeah. It's just that you get used to the uncomfort of the shower.
Exactly.
So that's exactly like life. Like you're going to do things, or you're going to involve yourself in positions where you have to make a decision that you're going to have to choose to, in order to get the life you want, you have to choose to be uncomfortable with the process.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And I'm really committed to only hanging around people that are like that and have that mindset, and also people that inspire me. At Scrumptious Creole Kitchen, I talk a lot about, having nutritious food and how, it's important to feed your body. But I think even more important than, having nutritious food and organic is being around people. The energy, the thoughts that you feed yourself, your environment is so much more important. You can throw down on donuts all day, and I bet your health will still be better if you have the right high vibrational people inspiring. That you're nurturing so many other levels of yourself, like when you do that.
Absolutely.
And so in that regard, like, what inspires you? Like,
what inspires me is really becoming more to where I am right now. So it's really the journey of knowing that there's no end to my potential.
Yes,
I was so uncomfortable with like settling. I felt like a large part of my life I was at a point where I didn't know what the next step was, and it just made me just not confident about trying to pursue something beyond where I was at. So like, when you can't see past a certain distance, you don't see how far you can really go, right? So for me, it's just knowing that, man, there's no limit. There's no limit. So just push as far as you can, because you can't be stopped.
Yes.
Except if you choose to stop yourself.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And any dream that you have or goal that you have is what's meant to be yours. You don't really have, I feel like people, another thing I do in my private practice is like help people attain whatever they want in their health, wealth, and relationships, and they get so caught up in the how.
Oh yeah.
Just focus on your goal, and guess what? All these things will line up. The money, the circumstances,
everything else will line up.
Everything will line up. Just keep your eye on the goal, whatever it is, and you will get there.
Oh man, that just brings so many stories right now, because part of our journey has been like we have our space. We wanted it to open at a certain date. We wanted to start in early January. So it didn't happen. So we had to pivot, right? So we happened to go into a smaller space than where we are, not as comfortable, but we had to learn how to deal with that uncomfort. And then the blessings that came through, like the people that work with us directly upstairs, they train with us.
Wow.
That's about 15 to 20 people. So if we had not even moved there to begin with, that wouldn't have been possible. So it's just like stepping out of your comfort zone and just go, get involved in the process, and then things will just shape for us.
Exactly. And also, you could have just been like, oh, well, we'll just wait until it opens.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you stuck firmly to your goal.
Things will happen when you wait.
Yeah,
they do not happen when you wait.
But that would be giving up. And I think a lot of people do that. And you decided, like, we're going to keep going with our goal. And not only did you attain whatever, like being able to open upstairs or on time, but you got all these clients that are going to follow you across the street.
Absolutely. So the things, if you have something deep within you and you don't know how to express that yet, but there's a direction that makes you uncomfortable, start there.
Yes.
Whatever that is for you, start there, and you won't. I promise you will not be discouraged.
Absolutely.
You can only go forward from discomfort.
Exactly.
Only
and
forward.
it's there to motivate you, especially if that spark, it's like, ooh, I really want to do
Yeah.
that. Just start a little thing. Just start an Instagram page for it, or a little website, or do something. Write it down.
Yeah.
And let that develop. Let that energy develop, because that spark that's inside you is like what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And you're meant to create in the world.
Absolutely. So I want to read something very quickly that you
Yes.
sent to me a while back. Let me see. She said, Kamal, you're such an amazing soul. So tell RP I said hi, by the way. You are going to be the next, now listen to this, Sean T. or Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
Know it, believe it, own it. I totally see that for you. Always sending you so much good vibes. So when I first read that, I got a little tick in the back. I was a little scared when I read that. Because I wasn't thinking that what I was doing at the time could have that effect. Now, my goal may not be to be like Sean T or Dr. Oz, but the fact that I had that limiting belief about myself. You know, sometimes that happens. Like we put too much emphasis on our negative thoughts that we can't progress forward, right? So I just wanted to share that because I know what you said is possible. If I want it to happen, I just have to make sure my belief is there, and then the actions that I take help that to make it so.
I feel like you're already, you know, when you are manifesting something in your life that you want, like a good step to go to is like, oh, I already have it.
Yeah.
That car you want, oh, I'm already driving
yes.
it already. So,
Yeah.
but I so see that in you already. Like, you know, you're a star, Kamal. Like, you don't, you know, so you get to step into that every
day. That's the thing, and that's the thing. It's the grateful mindset, right? You think about every little thing that's happening for you rather than things that are happening against you. And you have so many doors that open up because of that. I get to wake up every day and exercise my passion.
Yes.
As opposed to wake up, I gotta go to work.
I gotta go to work.
Gotta go to work. No, you want to make sure you love what it is that you do, so that you can help more people, right? Because your energy is going to help feed and motivate them in the direction that they want to go.
Absolutely.
So like it's so key to make sure that you're doing whatever possible to live the life you want to live.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's awesome.
I love
It's really
that.
awesome.
I love when people are living in their passion. So that's why I couldn't wait to interview you. So let me see. Gosh, we've gone through a lot of my questions already. Okay, spring cleaning. We were just before, when we were setting up my tripod and everything, we're talking about spring cleaning. And I love the spring because it's just all about renewal, getting rid of shit in your life that isn't serving you, and transition. And like we were both like, oh Lord, like we had a lot of transition. Yeah. Like me with moving and just a lot. I mean, they've been all fun, exciting things for me. But like, so tell me about your spring this spring.
My spring list, for me, it's just small things I do to organize my life a little bit better. So one of the things that's been very different this week than the past couple weeks is that I have like 5 daily tasks I give myself a day. So one is something that's physical, one is something that's spiritual, one that's something that has to do with like my business. Other 2 can be more personal, and then the last one is something to do with nutrition, or social. So I kind of break it up based on what my priority is for that day. So if I accomplish most of those things, I feel that I won the day.
Hell yeah.
Right? So if I'm focused on just those 5 things, man, it's so funny how tunnel vision you get when you make the things you have to do into small bullet points to focus on.
Absolutely.
So for me, just focusing on those small bullet points, because those are my small steps to be able to get to where I need to be long term.
Absolutely.
You know, so
it's just like we were talking about with goals.
Yeah.
You know, if you got on a plane, and you know, when you typically go on a plane, it's like, okay, here's the destination, here's the time of arrival, blah blah. Those are like goals, right?
Exactly.
If you got on a plane, they're like, I don't know, we'll like leave whenever, and I don't know, we're gonna get in the air, I don't know where we're going.
Yeah,
You're gonna crash and burn, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same type of thing.
I'm not getting on that plane.
Not getting on that plane.
If the pilot doesn't know what they're doing, I'm not getting on that plane.
And you were the pilot of your life,
Yeah.
right? So that's exactly what you're talking
It's exactly the same thing. So if you have something you want to accomplish and you don't have daily tasks or like small daily things that you can build upon that allows you to get to where you need to be, you're not going to see yourself progress. So it's not, again, I mean, to your point, like it's not just about having this I can do attitude. It's about making sure you have that belief reflect those daily actions that you have each day.
Actions.
You know, so
put them into actions.
Absolutely.
If you need an accountability buddy, I mean, that's part of what you do
Oh,
with
yeah.
your clients. It's like, hey, how can I hold you accountable? How can I help you be in your highest and
exactly.
best?
Absolutely.
And so, speaking of that, so like I said, I love when people are just like living with their purpose and living their passion. And so, what do you feel like is your overarching like main intention? Like for me, it's to inspire people. Like I love people, and I love like seeing the spark in them and doing whatever I can to like, you know what I mean? And just noticing that like what I wrote was completely like how I see you. And so like I love to inspire and motivate and just like uplift like consciousness. That's my thing and my intention, no matter how it comes out in Scrumptious Creole Kitchen or just, you know, whatever. Teaching yoga. So what do you think yours is?
It's simply being a leading example of using health and fitness as a catalyst to challenge people to live their life with passion. So whatever direction they want to go, I want health and fitness to be that tool, that resource that allows them to build their confidence in directions they wouldn't have thought about possible before. So it's just for me, it's a stepping stone to really exact the life you want to live. And if I can focus on being an example to myself first, so that when I approach others, I can speak from a place where I'm confident. Oh man, you know, there's no limitations. There's really no limitations, you know.
And then like a lot of what you're talking about is also state change, and I really feel like state change is invoked in your body.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of people, you know, we've worked with really like successful people that just don't have it together physically. And it's like when you see like their body change, they can just go up. Anyone, but it's anyone. But like, you know, it's like, for instance, try to say you're confident like this. I'm so confident. I'm so no. But if you throw your shoulders back, if you jump up and down, you know what I mean? It's like when that physical, adding that physical.
What's happening mentally and physically? You're expanding your lungs. So you got more oxygen, and you know your posture is better. So you feel more confident. There's so many things that are happening that you don't have to think about. Right. So it's that's super key.
Absolutely. And guess what?
What?
One of Kamal's hidden talents is.
What's my hidden talent?
Singing.
Oh, singing! Oh, my birthday songs. That's right.
Oh my God, he can really sing them beyond birthday songs.
No, it can't. Not beyond birthday songs.
No, they're really good.
I just sung so many birthday songs that I've become very good at it, and that's how life is like, right? It's like you do something so often that you enjoy doing, you get good at it.
Yes.
That's it.
And so we went over your personal intention. What is your intention for this amazing company that you're creating? So for the company itself, it's being able to take like this small concept of making a community out of people using health and fitness to exact that passion in life. So we're not trying at this point in our current state now. Our goal is not trying to train as many people as possible. We don't want like 50 people in a large group, right? We want to make sure that we can give people an experience that is social, but at the same time personal, so that you feel that you're involved you're in a family, right? Like so only time you have so many people like in your house at one time is like family reunions, right? Even that can kind of be hectic, right? So we want there for the most part on a regular basis to be this feel of community, right? So that you always have the support that gets you to really refocus on what you need to get to where you're trying to get in your life. So I think that's pretty much it. Create a community that's using health and fitness to be able to exact their passions going forward. I love that. And you know, a lot of people I remember saying about you when you were at Lifetime is like, I feel like he actually cares. Because, you know, I think a lot of personal trainers, they get into this mode, and not on purpose, it just happens where they're just kind of like, okay, blah, blah, next client, and they just, you know, it kind of become a zombie. Well, I mean, and for me, I can relate to that because for a long time, I was doing the same thing, you know, but I think for me, when I see people, I would remind myself that my energy gives off a certain energy too, so I would perk up. But I think that just goes to show that it's really hard to get out of that funk, you know, of that mindset if you allow yourself to get settled there. And for me, although I was for the most part very energetic or very kind with people, I mean to myself I wasn't as confident in myself. And I think you'll see a lot of that. People don't know how to. I could fake it really well too. You don't know what's going on with me at the time, but
other people they're not as good at that. So however they feel is what they feel, and you see that expressed on their face.
Absolutely.
You know?
So, and we all have those times. So what do you do to get yourself out of that, create a state change for that?
So my new thing that I do, I read this book called Chop Wood, Carry Water.
Oh.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
first chapter, it's all about you're building your own house. No matter what you're doing in life, you're constantly building what you want to be a part of. Right, so like everything that I do, from how I wake up in the morning to like how I train my clients, being more present becomes the focus.
Oh,
and the more
gotcha.
present you are, the more you get to enjoy the process, and focus on what you can be grateful for.
Oh yeah.
That
is true, because if you are in a place where you shouldn't be, whether you're in a funk or you're like anxious about
Yeah.
something, in a funk you're usually thinking about something or harping on the past,
Yes,
depression.
absolutely.
Or if you're anxious, you're worrying about something that hasn't even happened yet in the future. And
Yeah.
You're not present.
You're not present. And the thing is that we're not saying that it's not going to happen, because it does happen where you're not as focused. But it's about redirecting your attention. What is something I can do instantly? So I tell myself I'm building my own house.
Yeah.
And I pause for a moment and I reset.
Yep.
So for me, that has helped significantly more than what I used to do before.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. That's so great. Any other favorite authors or?
So I've read Start With Why by Simon Sinek.
That's a good one.
And right now, that's the video that I'm doing week after week on a Monday. That's a great one, because it kind of goes over why it's important to communicate from the inside out. Know what your personal why is, right? Knowing from that point of where your why is, how do you get there, and it should be the last point of how you communicate with people.
Okay.
You don't start up, like as a business, I'm not going to talk about my training first. I like to train. No, I'm passionate about you being able to see the life you want to envision. And I feel that health and fitness is going to get you there. Here's what I do.
Value that I can bring to someone
Exactly.
else is where you come from.
So when you come from a place of what you believe, your value increases so much more. Absolutely.
So, I love that. And so you said you're doing a video series on Mondays?
Mondays, every Monday.
Tell us about it.
So every Monday, this past Monday, I went over chapter 8, where it was talking about start with why but know how, where you move from a place where you're communicating as an individual into a group setting, right? And knowing how it works as an organization. So like the CEO is supposed to be a representative of the person who understands what the why is. So they're going to communicate that. The how people are the people who are like the executives or the strategists, right? So and the what people are people who are the employees. So knowing how that hierarchy works and how everybody is an integral part. No one's greater than the other person. That's pretty much it. So next week is going to be it's going to be more of the what aspect of it.
Ooh, nice. I love that. So stay tuned for that. Is that on your personal page? Or
on my personal page and Invictus page as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do not forget to subscribe to those. So you're on Instagram as I am Invictus.
I am Invictus Fit,
and then
absolutely.
Follow his page because, Kamal has some good dance moves. And
don't look for him, okay? Because
Don't look for 'em.
that's
They're good.
usually the last thing that I am looking for people to
I think like
to
every
capture.
Friday that should be a thing.
It's
good.
Virginia always catches me in these moments where I'm having fun with our clients, dancing for them or doing something funny. So they
Everything
usually catch
happens
me in the
while you're
moment when that
having
happens.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
With a state of joy. I love it.
Absolutely.
So go on the Facebook page just for that. No, like in your workouts of the week, you posted some of those. Those are good ones.
Yeah, and for me, it's just more like, what is something you can do? Because people, for the most part, I feel like people are not working out at all.
Yeah.
And you got to make it simple. Like, you can do something with just your body to change your state.
Yeah.
So another thing, like if you're not feeling good and you don't know what to say to yourself, move.
Yeah.
Move 5-10 minutes.
Exactly.
That's it. You do it for 5-10 minutes. I have not known a person after a workout that's angry. Have you seen that before? I have not seen that. Like someone get out the gym after lifting, just walks out. I mean, unless they're really bulky, they might appear to be angry, but they're not angry, right? But your endorphin levels increase. You feel better. So if you do something for 5 to 10 minutes, I promise you, it's very difficult to keep a pessimistic look at your life.
Even if it's your favorite song and then you just dance your ass off
Absolutely.
to it in your room or something. Just anything where you could just get your body moving.
It's all about starting with where you are. If you love to dance, do that 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes.
Something really simple.
Exactly.
I totally agree with that.
So follow him or follow Invictus on everything. And what's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote right now
Mine is life belongs to those who follow the passions of their dreams, something like that.
So like, I have to think.
Exactly
There's so many. Actually, can I pull it up right here?
Yeah.
I have a good one.
It's on my Facebook.
I have a very good one. Let's see.
There's so many of them. So again, it's Invictus Fitness Solutions in San Juan Capistrano. Follow and look at the videos. I mean, your video game is strong.
It's getting better.
And then
I'm
once you get that holder, like for the camera.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to work out really well.
If anyone has any questions, let us know.
Okay, so this is from Start With Why. For a message to have real impact, to affect behavior and seed loyalty, it needs to publicize some higher purpose, cause, or belief to which those of similar values and beliefs can relate. And I think that's key no matter what it is that you're doing. If you're very passionate, you love what you do, you want to share it.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And you want to attract people that have that kind of connection with you.
Absolutely.
And for me, to me, that gives me joy. That gives me a sense of passion and peace that allows me to keep doing what I'm doing.
Oh my God, I love that so much. And another thing that I'm kind of I'm always focused on, but I'm like really hyper focused on it right now is how much value I could provide to other people.
Yeah.
Like just in every single thing that I do to my friends on a large scale. So I just wanted to say, like, let me know anything I could do to be like a service or value to you and like all this magic you're creating.
Oh man, I would definitely let you know. Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, thank you for having us.
We gotta do this
awesome.
again. This was so fun.
Hey, I would love to do this again.
Let's do this again. Like next time we'll do like a workout series or something.
Workout series? Okay. That's a great idea.
I'm scared of that, but
don't be scared.
But what did I say? What did we just
gotta
talk
fail.
About the comfort zone?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of the comfort zone.
You could watch me sweat my weave out and have fun. It'll be really good. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you're watching it later, have any comments or questions for either one of us, go ahead and write them in and we'll get right back to you. Otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday for another episode of Kitchen Table Talk.
Kitchen Table Talk.
Woo! Bye, guys. Mwah.
Take care.
Peace out.